What's up, everybody? It's Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you the Maximal Skywarp from the Battle Across Times collection set, which also comes with the Kingdom version of Sideswipe. Now, we're going to do this in a separate review because I want to do this separately. There's a lot of things about this character, of course, his name being Skywarp, when originally, in the original Beast Wars, his name was Silverbolt. This is the Eagle incarnation of Silverbolt, which would combine with Santos and Leo Jr., a Skywarp, into the Beast Wars, the second version of Magnaboss. In America, he would combine with Prowl, who was the lion, and Ironhide, who was the elephant. So they would become, of course, Magnaboss, but just the American version. Now, it's kind of funny that they would use the Silverbolt moniker for this character, being that he's a bald eagle. And bald eagles are the biggest of birds. And technically, he should be, as a bald eagle, bigger than Air Razor. Air Razor is just a hawk. Hawks are a pretty big bird, but if you ever seen a bald eagle, those things are almost giant. They don't, up close, they don't even look real. They're so huge. So that's kind of like my first gripe, and I guess in a sense, because I really do rather have Magnaboss X1 or just Magnaboss. I mean, now that we got him, I mean, they're probably never gonna make another Magnaboss or anything like that. So, I mean, that kind of disappoints me, because either way, whether you did him as, being the Silverbolt incarnation or not, just not, it's probably not going to happen. So who knows, maybe they'll do it again, but in the meantime, I do like the fact that we did get him. I think overall the paint job is better. But before we get into that, because now that we have this box here, let's talk about this box. So this box has a picture of Skywarp along with the Earth-style Sideswipe. On the side, you get the same Kingdom packaging with the golden disc. On the back, you get to see all of the steps in transformation. This is about 9 and 9.5 inches the size of the box. 22 steps to transform Skywarp, 16 steps to transform Sideswipe. And then on the side, you get, more of the Kingdom. There's Scorponok there. The instructions here, they come with both instructions for Sideswipe and Skywarp. So we won't be doing any real comparisons. I want to kind of keep this short because, I just want to keep it short today. But we're going to get into it. So let's start by looking at him. He is primarily white, brown, and like a dark and a light brown. And you can see there, he's got the beak. The head is the same, except they painted the eyes and the mouth. And I did notice that with the eyes, they are blue, like the bald eagle. It looks good. I mean, they really paid attention to detail. I mean, even though it's the same head, literally the exact same head as Air Razor. It looks pretty good. On the underside, you can see, the whites and the browns and everything like that. The wings. Let's take a look at the wings. And they unfold. And you can do some pretty, majestic poses with him. Or whatever eagle sounds make, But you could fly him around and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty cool. I mean, this is really, I like this repaint, even though I know we're not getting, him in the, way he should be. I still like this repaint. I think it looks pretty good. Let's get some measurements here. So with my trusty ruler, which will now be in my videos going forward, because I do have a lot of people asking about height and dimensions, and I just went ahead and bought this nice metal ruler. And it looks like with the wingspan fully extended, it is about 8 inches across. And that's pretty cool. And I think this looks better overall because the colors on Air Razor are kind of weird. I mean, they're not You know, like this, if you saw this in real life and this was like, you know, real life, you would say, yeah, this is an eagle. Eagle about to pounce on me. Ah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we're going to back up the box a little bit because we're going to use that. It's a nice little backdrop so it's not too boring. And then we're going to bring in Air Razor. And you can see the difference in colors with Air Razor. You know, where she's more like tan, grayish from the top. Where from the top, she's very well painted. The problem is the weird color choices of gold and orange. Like, it's not a very cohesive color. And I've heard that complaint from people because of the robot side. I really wish that, like, this was gray here. But this is not a really review of her. I've already done a review of her. And if you want to see a transformation, you could see that. But you could see, like, the differences. The head is exactly the same. The heads are exactly the same. And this is a difficult video to do because of the wings, but let's see if we can fold that down real quick just so you can see the difference there. This is this doesn't look right, but you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, they're basically the same. So let's get a, yeah, they're basically the same. So, I mean, they do the exact same things. There's nothing different until we get the robot mode. But they're just two birds. But I do like having two birds, though. I do like this. But my only disappointment is that we're probably not going to get Magnaboss. So, because, you know, we're just not going to get that. So we're going to pause, come back, and do robot mode, and just do a little final thoughts. And we're back in 2 and 2. We're back by YouTube magic, and now we have Skywarp in his robot mode. I guess he would have a robot mode. So he is a Maximal, so he would maximize. So basically it's the same articulation. You know, the leg go out to here, go out to there. Leg goes behind here. Now if you move the wings out the way, and I have this in a specific configuration, of course the wings, the legs can go back to here, and of course he can fill the leg back there, so you can do the kick step. The arms, they can do a 360 sort of, but that's gonna block you and it can't go back any further, so just keep that in mind. But if it wasn't there, of course it would do a 360, but it can rotate and do a 360. It's a little tight. It's that paint. Has a bicep here. He also gets an extra fist here because of the way of the transformation, so he can kind of, you know, he's got an extra bend. Also, the legs have an extra bend. He can kind of do a weird chicken foot. The feet do swivel, as they should, for all of the toys in the Kingdom line. And I prefer to keep my wings here in this configuration so he looks different than Air Razor. No offense to Air Razor, I like Air Razor. And of course the head can move up and down and spin 360. And there is waist swivel. So you have everything you need, and the waist can swivel 360. So yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's a great figure. I like it. I just like this version of him, of the mold, better than I thought I would. This is being a boring repaint. If you want to see it. And I also wanted to do a quick measurement of height, because we're going to be doing that from now on in our videos. And he stands at approximately 5 inches. Hey, it's pretty cool. All right, let's get back to the review. See a comparison with Air Razor. And like I said, I, you know, have mine different, you know, as far as look. So there's Air Razor right there, and there's the two of them together side by side. Like I said, I just wanted her to look, you know, more like majestic, and him to have the wings behind him to look more sleek. That's just the way I like to have them. And they do look good together. So, final thoughts. Oh, and I forgot to mention that in the original toy for him, his The Silverbolt version of this face will be painted white. It's silver, which is odd because Silverbolt has a white face and Skywarp has a silver face. Isn't that weird? All right, final thoughts. I really do like the repaint of him. I mean, of Airazor into him. I am disappointed that we won't get a, combining aspect of him. But I do feel like he's worth the money. It's an obligatory repaint. They picked a good character, naming him Skywarp. I'm sure they're going to go with Silverbolt. But, it's a nice nod and throwback to Beast Wars II. If you never heard about the series, it can, bring up some, internet research on there. And also, there's a Maximal symbol under the arm. It's really hard to see it, but there is a Maximal symbol underneath the arm. Forgot about that. So yeah, pick them up. I think they're available on Amazon. I think they shipped early. Surprisingly, this was the second pre-order, which came out after the one that comes with Mirage and Grimlock, Dinobot Grimlock, or Beast Wars Grimlock. But it got here, and I'm happy. So I rate this toy great. Again, this is Super Robot Ed. I just want to thank everybody for watching my videos. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll be back with Sideswipe. Peace.